Hey everyone, welcome back to the REALU podcast. Whether you're here for the first time or you've been rocking with me for a while, I'm truly glad you pressed play. Now, let me keep it 100% real with you. I'm not at a high end studio. There's no polished stage, no makeup crew. It's just me in my home office, mic in my hand, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Because here, we don't fake it, we don't pretend to have it all together. We grow, we stretch, we tell the truth. We become who we were made to be step by step. Today's episode, it's for the ones who are stuck, the ones who feel like they're meant for more but can't seem to push past the junk that's holding them back. We're going to walk through four major walls that keep most people from living in their purpose. So, what are these four walls? Failure, uncertainty, fear, and of course, analysis paralysis. I'm going to tell you stories. I'm going to paint some pictures, pull from my coaching lessons, share real life lessons, and a few fictional examples that'll feel like people you know. I want you to see yourself in these stories. I want you to feel understood, and I want you to walk away with tools. So find a quiet place, grab a notebook, or just lean in while you drive, clean, take a walk, or whatever it is you're doing at this moment. Because today we're setting free. Let's start with failure, the effort nobody wants to face, but everybody has felt. Have you ever poured your heart into something and it falls flat? You post the thing, launch the business, ask for the opportunity, and get silence. That sting, my friend, is real. But failure is not the enemy, it's a doorway, a disguised mentor. Let me tell you about Chris. I've told his story before, but today, let's go a little deeper, right? So, Chris wasn't just passionate about fitness, he transformed after losing 100 pounds himself. Fitness literally saved his life. So opening a gym felt like a calling. He visualized the ribbon cutting. He dreamed of being a community member. He did everything he was supposed to. But 6 months in, reality sets in. He's facing a half empty gym, a broken AC, a landlord breathing down his neck. And the worst part, the shame he felt. He thought, I'm a failure. I messed up my dream. I let my family down. But let me tell you something, failure wasn't the end, it was a spotlight that revealed what wasn't aligned. As we dug in together, you know what we discovered? Chris wasn't supposed to run a gym, he was supposed to transform people, one soul at a time. So he relaunched not as a gym owner, but a mobile coach. One on one sessions, high accountability, personalized growth plans, no overhead, no pressure to look like a business, just impact. And you know what? 3 months later, Chris had a wait list and more confidence than ever. Here's what I want you to hear: failure is not the opposite of success. It's the tuition you pay for wisdom. You've got to stop running from failure and start mining it. Visualize this. You're standing in front of a thick wooden door covered in cracks and it looks old and worn, right? It looks like it leads to nowhere. But if you lean in, you hear something behind it. So you jiggle the handle, you push past the resistance, and inside is a room full of mirrors. Each mirror reflects what you didn't see before: blind spots, pain points, patterns. And on the other side of that room, a staircase leading up. That's failure. It leads you forward if you don't quit in the hallway. Now, here's a tool that's called Reflect to Refocus. I want you to write down your biggest recent failures. Got it? Now, next to each one, write what it revealed, not what it cost, what it revealed. And that, my friend, is your fuel. All right, so now let's talk about uncertainty. Uncertainty is a fog. It clouds your vision, it confuses your mind, and it freezes your body. It tells you, don't move until you know for sure. But here's the problem, you won't know until you move. Let me walk you through a moment in Bianca's life, right? Bianca worked a secure 9 to 5. She had decent pay, benefits, stability, but inside, she was drying up. Creativity gone, passion fading. But she had a gift for bringing joy to others through celebrations. Her dream was to become an event planner, but she sat on that dream for 5 years. The story she kept telling herself was this: I'm not ready yet. Does this sound familiar? Then one day we sat down and I asked Bianca, what does it cost you to stay where you are? Tears came out, right? Because she knew staying was killing her slowly, not physically and not, but spiritually, rather, right? So she took one step, planning her niece's quinceañera. She poured herself into it. No website, no Instagram page, just pure intention. The word spread. Fast forward 18 months, she's running events monthly, working part time at her job, and building her own company with confidence. She still doesn't have everything figured out. And guess what? She doesn't need to because she's moving. Here's the lesson: you don't wait for certainty to start, you build certainty through movement. Imagine you're walking through a forest at dawn, right? It's quiet, fog hangs thick. You can't see the trail ahead, right? Only one step at a time. But each step you take, the fog lifts a little more until finally you hit a clearing. Not because the fog disappeared, but because you kept walking anyway. Here's a tool called clarity through action. Ask yourself, what can I do in the next 72 hours to explore my dream? Take tiny actions and you get big clarity. Okay, the third wall is called fear. This one is personal. Fear is the master manipulator. It doesn't say you'll fail. It says you're a failure. It doesn't say this is risky. It says you're not capable. Let me paint you a picture of Marcos. He was a teacher, brilliant, magnetic, loved by students, but he had a fire to speak. He had a story, childhood trauma, overcoming adversity, surviving abuse, reclaiming his life through education. But when opportunity knocked, he froze. Why? Because he was afraid people would see him, not as a speaker, but as damaged. So I gave him a challenge: 3 minutes, one story at your next faculty meeting. He was terrified, but he showed up, voice shaky, hands sweaty, and something beautiful happened. A colleague cried, a principal thanked him, and a teacher said, that gave me hope. Marcos didn't defeat fear, he danced with it. And now he's traveling across Texas, speaking in schools, leading workshops, empowering others with the story that once made him feel ashamed. Here's the truth: fear doesn't mean stop, fear means you're near something that matters. I want you to visualize this, right? You're standing at the edge of a stage. Your name is called. The lights are hot. Your heartbeat is so loud, it feels like a drum line. You want to run, but you take one step forward and then another. You speak, your voice cracks, but someone in the back nods. You keep going. When it's over, you realize fear was a wall made of paper and you just walked through it. Here's a tool. It's called fear reversal. Write down your biggest fear, then ask, what's the worst that could happen? Now ask, what's the best that could happen if I moved anyway? Wall number 4, analysis paralysis. This is when thinking becomes hiding. This one's sneaky because it feels productive. You're researching, you're learning, you're preparing, but in reality, you're stalling. You're hiding behind the illusion progress. Let's go deeper with Jasmine's story. She had a vision, she had taste, she had style. She wanted to launch a digital boutique, but she overthought everything: logo, fonts, packing tape, Instagram filters. She didn't want to get it wrong, so she didn't launch for almost a year. So I gave her a challenge: 7 days, one product, one platform, one launch. No perfection, just presence. She launched, she sold, and in that one transaction, she regained her power. Because clarity comes from motion, not meditation. Here's the shift: overthinking is the enemy of execution. You don't need more info, you don't need more time, you need more action. I want you to visualize this. Picture a racehorse in a gate, muscles twitching, energy bursting, eyes locked, but the gate won't open. Not because it's broken, but because the jockey keeps checking the weather. Stop checking, start racing. Here's a tool called the imperfect launch, right? So just pick one idea. If you have so many, just pick one. Give yourself a 3-day deadline to put it into motion, and then post it, sell it, share it. Just start now. Here's the final word: step through the fire. You've been through the stories, you've felt the truth. Now, here's the final call. You don't need to be fearless. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to take a step. The enemy isn't failure, it's staying stuck. The enemy isn't fear, it's believing the lie. The enemy isn't confusion, it's choosing comfort over calling. You're not here to play small. You're here to build the real you, the bold you, the healed you, the powerful you. Let's go there. If this episode spoke to your soul, share with someone who needs it. Tag me on Instagram or Facebook, on YouTube, TikTok, wherever you found me. Please leave a review, send a message. Let me know what hit home. Until next time, keep showing up, keep growing, and keep becoming the real you. Talk soon.